Okay, hey everybody. This is Grace. I'm going out for the second time today. It's Friday, July 26th, 2024. Last time I went out was lunch run. And I finally got one that was good, and that's all I got was the one. I had other offers, but they weren't that great. And then I had one that was, and it just got wiped off my screen real fast. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's very disappointing because, and it's not one of those trip radar kind of things, so at least I don't think so. Maybe, I know when they changed it, they had a different sound, a totally different sound for like a day, and that of course would be on Uber Eats. It's the only one I really mentioned, but by name, the app, the service, but yeah, for it just disappear, gone. Yeah. Anyway, there was a lot of strange things happening right back there, so I paused for a second. Anytime I pause, it's something that is going on that I have to pay more attention to. So, anyway, it was just so disappointing, You can't depend on something. I had said in a video, I can come up with all kinds of suspicious, reasons, and it'll be very, and the reasons for it would be that something suspicious is going on, is what I mean to say. But I'm gonna go and go. But, I would never know why it is what it is. I've mentioned the fleet people. It seemed like so many times, it seems like they all just disappeared about 2 weeks ago, maybe, give or take. Just disappeared. No more. And they were taking all the offers as soon as they, stopped noticing them like everywhere. I started getting offers like everywhere. So, yeah, but then now it's like the offers are going just right off my screen. And I know how long it would take. That's why I say it could have been, because they changed that, the sound of the trip radar again, once, and then they changed it again. And maybe I'm just not seeing that right off the bat. I don't know. But I wish they'd quit changing things, really. That's a good way to get, make your staff, make we're contract, independent contractors, but it's a good way to make them a little, just too much, it's just too much. Like that, it's just too much. You go to some other app, when it's constantly changing, and when, and that's not the only thing in this world, is, in my life, for certain, that's changing on a regular basis. It's not all that healthy for things to change on a regular basis. Lately, I've been talking about how just the terminology keeps changing on a regular basis. That's too much. There's so many other things, and are they even improving them? There was a joke about, when you see new and improved, you ask, well, why was it, so bad in the first place? Really, think about it. Come on. They're just making a product, throw it out there. So, before even really testing it and see how can we improve this before we put it on the market. These clouds are something else, though, today. It has been really weird with the clouds. It was cloudier earlier, but it wasn't supposed to be like this. Never rained so far that I know of today. Okay, but there's been like a little ongoing story with this about the fleet people, because today Adam and I went to somewhere to get some breakfast tacos for the three of us, and that would be his niece also, and he saw this guy and he pointed at him. And it was basically somebody that looked like one of these fleet people, but in a nice, brand new 4-door. mean a sedan, a gray color, same make. Make. But it was it was new, and it was a different shape. I don't even know what to call it. A tiny SUV. I don't know. But it was, I even liked it. I said, man, I don't like the color. I don't like silver gray. Nah. But have been saying I want something that is smaller to deliver stuff in. Yeah, because I got this big, well, it's not huge, but it's still an SUV. It's not a baby SUV. That's a baby SUV. That's what I'll call it. But yeah, you know, I had been saying one of those smart cars. I see those every once in a while. Remember the 2020 smart cars? I don't know if they still make them or not, but they're not that expensive, or they weren't. But just to deliver stuff in, but they'd probably have to, as my dad would say, my dad was 6'7", 6'7", not 5'7", 6'7". Big man. I got it honestly. I'm a female. I have a brother who's 6'5". I'm shorter than that, but my dad would say they have to melt me down and pour me in it. What a gross way to put it, but you know, okay, that's the way he did. Okay, what just drove up next to me is, it's kind of like a green-gray color. One of those baby, it's a teenager SUV. That is funny. Okay, it's like that one day I was sitting at a Kroger near the gas pumps, where this one Kroger is, and I was talking about the fleet people, and I said, I never have noticed, ever, all the years I've lived here, and noticed so many gray sedans. And where I was sitting was a road where people were going into Kroger and coming out, one after another, gray sedan. And I was laughing, because, you know, as soon as I say something, it's gonna, something weird. Well, there's two more, isn't there? Okie dokie. Let's not go through that again, because I just laugh. I think it's funny. But this is where I used to park, and I'd see those people, the fleet people, okay? And I would also see them inside the restaurants picking up orders. Sometimes, I don't know how many times they were actually at the house or drove up to the house where I was delivering, either right before me or right after me. And I found them rather rude people. It's rather rude. And I've said this in the videos before, but, you know, wouldn't they wind up getting fired? I mean, yeah, I mean, just go through the whole thought yourself. You're being rude, you're driving bad, you're parking, you know, you're driving something that, I mean, I know that's elitist, but I know this area is a very wealthy county, and I think nobody wants something driving up to their house. I can't say nobody, strike that. But I think a lot of people would be suspicious, and they wouldn't like that, of an old wrecked up, and they all had obviously been in wrecks. One hubcap at least missing, and the people drove like, you know, the old-fashioned stereotype of taxi cab drivers. That's a stereotype. Stereotypes are not good. Not a good thing to do to people, but you know what I'm talking about, the stereotype itself. And they just park right in the middle of the road. You just get out in the middle of the road, run, go deliver, and come back. Hello, this is not a parking spot. This is a road, and I'm not talking on the curb. I don't know, right in the middle. One of them did it right in front of me. I'm like, what the ever living? You don't own the road. They park in the handicap parking spots. On and on. Just the behaviors and the attitude, the rudeness. Yeah, that doesn't look good for any company overall. Yeah. Okay, I'm a little bit recapping where I left off in a video earlier today. But I was saying that in that last video, like I said, recapping a bit, and some of the stuff, it feels like it makes a person suspicious. Okay, because we're not told, we don't know. But like, I have been doing it a year now, these videos, these food delivery for healthcare insurance. I need the healthcare insurance and I want affordable. So they said I have to work and show that I earn a certain amount of money. And because of my health condition itself that I need the insurance for as it is, this is the kind of job I can do. I can't sit down at a desk, stand up too long. I can't sit down too long. I have to be moving or laying down. I have to go home whenever I need to, this kind of stuff. So anyway, this is it. So I've been doing it, and I'm saying this for a purpose, for a reason. And then I would say maybe 6 months into it, maybe give or take. I'm just saying it's not been just recently. All of a sudden I started seeing these fleet people, you know, and it might not even be that many months, 6 months. But, and where I would see them would be the places I have already been going to. Now, I'm not one of those possessive types. These jobs are anybody who, for anybody who is, who's allowed to work and contractually, legally and contractually, whatever, they can do it. It's not anybody's jobs, you know. So bully for them, this kind of thing. But the problem is they would get all the good ones, and I would get all the bad. I mean, I would get some doozies. Okay, like 104.1 miles, and it was not $104.1. See, it wasn't even anywhere near that. And yeah, but or $2. Well, that one's worse, really. And then there was $2 for 20 miles into Dallas, right? I think that one was into Dallas, but they kept sending me ones to go into Dallas, and no. And 28 miles here, 28. They love that number, 27 and 28 miles. No, for a few bucks, and you know, it's one way and all that. But anyway, so much of it can make a person suspicious. I know this, and I know, you know, it's just, like I say, it's just really fiction, you know, speculation. It's just something we create in our minds to make it make sense. You know, at least try. And because we're not going to be told, we won't know the truth. But anyway, when I left from where I was sitting earlier today, I kept getting, you know, I had 2 of them happen. That was just tapped right off my screen. Well, actually, it was a situation. I'm not going to go back the whole thing. But this one, when I'm sitting there, that greenish gray, yeah, I don't know, mini SUV drove up. And as I drove by, yeah, it's the same make, whatever you call that, you know, the brand or whatever kind of vehicle. And that was what all the fleet ones were, mainly. I'd say a couple of different ones, but I could still go from there. I mean, but that thing made me suspicious. You know, I could say that all of this makes a person, makes me suspicious. Okay? I mean, why would it not? If I'm so, and the whole thing about it, you know, I'm one who was raised in watching, you know, make sure you notice what's going on around you, paying, you know, attention to your environment around you, you never know, and on and on. But if I were completely clueless, you know, just not paying attention, I wouldn't notice those things, so I would have no reason to be suspicious, right? Except you sit there and you go, well, wait a minute, I'm sitting out here all this time and not getting anything. And no offers. Yeah, you're going to start wondering why, then maybe you pay more attention, but some people don't. So, anyway. Okay, I just completed an order. It wasn't all that much, but it was $1 per mile at least, and that's okay. And then got back here, and I had one that wanted me to go out to way. Oh, I know not to go out there. It's those roads that just suddenly asphalt. It's because of the heat here in Texas, north of Dallas. Some of them, the asphalt is raised up. Like you're going to get a new shine underneath your vehicle. I know better, and it's scary out there. But it was a good amount, but no. So, anyway, I wanted to say that I did look up if somebody can, basically hack your phone. And yeah, I mean, I knew that they could, but I still haven't found exactly what they can do. I mean, there's some things, they have different names for them, but basically it's some kind of hacking. And they said within 30 feet. Wow. Within 30 feet. Within 30 feet. That scares me, because I have seen this, like, one of them was in CVS filling an order. I don't do them anymore. I don't do shop and pay kind of thing. I was walking around, and this woman just walked right up to me. She was probably maybe in her 40s. I don't know. I still remember she was a tall woman. And she come walking right up with her cell phone in her hand and got real close to my hand with her cell phone. Like she was trying to touch my cell phone with her cell phone. Seriously, I just walked off, and I was like, what the? Said a few choice words. And then I've had, like, that one today when the person drove by me holding her right hand out with the cell phone in it, pointing it toward my SUV, and I was me and my SUV were the only things out there. Okay, and then she parked like 2 down, I think, from me, and I took off. But I could see this. I could see this kind of thing. Like I said, I had my first computer in 1982. That was a long time ago. And since then, pretty much, had a computer. Went through lots of them, and over all those years. But yeah, hacking. I could see this kind of thing. What are they doing to protect people, from somebody doing that? I mean, just driving up to you, another delivery person, and what could they steal? Like the orders all of a sudden that disappear? I mean, I do wonder about that. And see, that's what I'm saying, that this kind of thing can lead a person to have so many suspicions about, other people, be real, just all around just suspicious. Because weird things happen. Why do my offers, not orders, but offers, just poof, disappeared? On the other one, it was my orders. The ones I was actually going to the restaurant and then get there and poof, it's gone. So that was since I've been doing this a year now. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get another one. I just turned it off, give it a little rest, because it's something weird happened. And oh yeah, what was that? But this time, what happened was, please don't hit me. Hello, don't hit me. Do you see me back here? You hear me talking to somebody that can't hear me? He was just backing up. Oh, you want to hit me? God. I guess they wanted a parking spot next to me, and they were going to back into it, just take one side of mine off. Well, anyway. But what was that happened today? Another thing. Now that just messed with my mind. He decided he was going to park over there. That's smart. They're honked at him. But this one, my Wi-Fi went off. Just boom, goes off. Why? Why would my Wi-Fi just suddenly go off? At least I had finished the order, and I was driving off. But what else? There was something else for the dinner run, like I had one for the lunch run. My goodness! But in the front part of my let's get this right. My right shin. I haven't used that word in like, I don't know how long. But it's twitching. Like the drive, I drive with that leg, that foot, and then I guess pushing, going from brake to gas pedal, all that so much, because that's what it is. That's the driving here. So big. But that muscle started hurting like, I don't know how long ago, a month or two maybe, and just started hurting because doing it so much. You know, I did not know this, but with me, I'm not saying it would be with anybody else, but the older I get, the less my body says, okay, we can do this, we'll get used to it. Well, when is it going to get used to it? A year now. When is it going to get used to it? Yeah. Instead, I get more aches and pains. And this is why I'm doing it in the first place. To have health insurance. But anyway, these clouds are looking so ominous. I'm serious. And it's like they're increasing. Okay, woman, why are you changing your shirt? She's turning her shirt around. Okay, in her car next to me. I guess she put it on backwards. Who knows? I see so much little stuff. Okay, that was another little stuff that came up next to me. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna keep doing this if every time I go out, I'm only going to get one that I would take. I mean, sometimes I don't even get any at all, any that I wouldn't take or would. But one that I would take, wow. Not achieving the goal they say I needed to achieve. Yeah. I don't know how I will. I really don't know. Because like right now my ankles are swollen. They're always swollen. This has been over a year now. And before then, I had it like once or twice in my life that they were swollen. And this is not helping. And last night I had this shooting pain in that foot. You know, it's overuse. And it was so weird. It was like being electrocuted, I guess, or lightning hit it. It was just such a, you know, really, the whole foot. And that I had broken that foot back in my 30s. I'm 61 now. And then I got up, and when I got up, I think is when it hit. I tried to walk away from, I was at the desk, tried to walk away, and it just kept shooting that pain. Yeah, it was freaky. So I read on it, and one of them was overuse, and I think that's it. From the pedal, you know. But anyway. By the way, that woman that drove up in this turned her shirt around, she's driving the kind of sedan. But this one is actually more of a, it's not personalized any, but it's more of an SUV too. Anyway, I don't know. I could just go home and say, to heck with it. But I'm out here for a reason, you know. Okay, now this was quite bad. At least I got 2 today. I mean, some days, seriously, lately, I have not even been getting 1. And I go out pretty much every day, seriously. Yeah, unless it's raining. And today's pushing it, because it's looked like it was going to rain all day. But yeah, this is ridiculous. Okay, where's the car behind it? There it is. I better go. But anyway, so you're seeing it much brighter than it is out here. It's pretty ominous, but I'm going home. So screw that. But I think tomorrow, if I remind myself, I thought about this earlier today. I thought about it before too. So I have to remind myself that instead of going to, you know, these places, these different places I've used before, that I need to hang out in neighborhoods, like neighborhoods I've delivered to before, not too far from, you know, restaurants, but instead of right there, go to the streets. You know, at least then I wouldn't have this suspicion. It's so weird to, you know, have such suspicion of, but I've had it happen to me times like that. Like I mentioned that one at CVS, then there was one at, I can't even remember the name of the restaurant, but the guy came and got his phone real close to mine, you know. He was a driver, and he was acting like he was talking to me he was talking to me, he wasn't acting but like something real. And the burrito that I had on my order was suddenly gone, and it was on his phone. Yeah. And then that whole thing, the whole scene was that he said, "Oh, will you take it because you were here first?" I wasn't taking, I was not a fool. I did not take his order. And it wasn't on mine. I just ignored him. You think you got a fool here? Come on. And I wound up canceling mine because mine was just something like cookies and, the sides or something like that. No, thank you. And canceled mine, so he may have thought he had somebody deliver his food for him. And my food for him. Seriously. Ridiculous crap. And that wasn't all, it's just too suspicious. So I'm going to try hanging out in a neighborhood and watch me get all the way to the place and poof, they're gone. That has happened. Like I said, get all the way to the restaurant. I'm going already accepted it and all that. And it just poof. I just keep repeating myself. Yeah, I really do. This is just so frustrating to me. You try, especially with all the reasons why I'm doing this, and then getting such horrible results. And really, I think I'm probably the worst person who puts it on YouTube as far as what I deliver. And I'm not all that choosy. I won't do apartments because of my knees, but I hardly get apartments. Okay, because where I go is mainly houses. I've seen 2 apartment complexes. One was a real small one. I mean, real small. I think it had 1 building, and where I go, and the other one is on the outskirts. So, yeah, it's houses, condos, townhomes, like that. So it's not like I'm being all that choosy there. But I think I'm going to do that. Gotta remember that. And gotta remember, I get more of mine whenever it's not the prime time. The dinner, lunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner runs. Okay, I've rambled enough today. This whole month, this whole year. Talk to y'all in another video.